The Ja Morant situation is crazy. The Memphis Grizzlies were trying to shop Ja Morant around the trade deadline, and teams were reportedly not having any serious offers and also wanted the Grizzlies to attach a draft pick with Ja Morant. Ja Morant, I have to tell the truth, Ja Morant has not played any good basketball in the last 3 years. And before I continue on with this video, I just want you guys to understand I am a big Ja Morant fan. I don't want to sell my Ja Morant stock yet, but he's not giving me any reasons to keep my stock. You have guys like Kendrick Perkins saying you're going to get kicked out the league in the next 2 years if you don't get your stuff together. That is insane to say because 3 years ago, people were saying that Ja Morant could potentially be the best point guard in the league once guys like Steph Curry leaves. And I just can't believe the situation that he's going through right now. So I just want to break down a couple of things that are affecting his trade value and why the NBA views Ja as a negative asset. So the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to Ja Morant is injuries. Ja stays hurt. In the past 3 seasons, Ja Morant has only played 79 games. 79 games, guys. There are 82 games in an NBA season. He has not played a full NBA season with 3 seasons combined. I have a list here of Ja Morant's injuries. Ja Morant has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 injuries in 2025 combined. 16 injuries. There are players in the league like Mikal Bridges who play 82 games every single season. And I'm not saying that, Ja, you have to play 82 games a season because your usage is a bit higher. But 16 injuries in 1 year, that is ridiculous. Ja had a crazy performance in the overseas game against the Orlando Magic. He had 24 points and 13 assists with 2 turnovers, but he got injured the very next game against the Atlanta Hawks. So all the momentum you built, you put on a performance in an overseas game, primetime matchup, the crowd chanting your name, loving you, and you put on a show. And the very next game, you get an elbow injury that sits you down for almost a month. It's just ridiculous. He has had a number of ankle injuries in his career, and this affected his athleticism. I mean, even if we go back and we look at 2024, how many injuries did he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 injuries in 2024. That is a combined 24 injuries reported in the last 2 seasons from Ja. And we're not even counting his suspensions from a couple of years ago. But I don't really view the suspensions as a big problem with him now. He hasn't had any off-the-court drama since then. It's more so his bad play and his injuries building up. And speaking of bad play, Ja Morant right now averaging 19.5 points a game, 3 rebounds and 8 assists on 41% from the field and 23% from 3. Ja Morant is the 7th worst three-point shooter in the league according to percentage. The only players above him are Dyson Daniels, Ochai Agbaji, and that's really crazy because I thought Ochai Agbaji could shoot. He's probably having a really tough season right now, if that's the case. Amen Thompson, Naquan Tomlin, Brandon Williams for Dallas, and Ron Holland II for Detroit. Now, when I look at this list, these are all terrible shooters in the league. Players don't even guard Amen Thompson from the 3. They don't guard Dyson Daniels from the 3. Naquan Tomlin doesn't shoot threes for the Cavaliers, and Ron Holland is labeled as a non-shooter, but Ron Holland can defend the basketball pretty well, something that Ja Morant does not do. You can see how these injuries played a toll on Ja Morant's play style over his career. When he came into the league as a rookie, he was shooting 39, almost 40% of his shot attempts 0 to 3 feet. So half of his shots were paint touches. That percentage went down season after season after season. His sophomore season in the league, he shot 33% of his shots 0 to 3 feet from the basket. The 2021-2022 season was Ja Morant's best season in his career, where he won Most Improved Player and was top 10 in MVP voting. And he shot 33% of his shots, a third of his shot attempts inside the paint. But the next season, you could start to see the dip. He started to shoot 5% less of his attempts inside the paint and went from 33% to 28%. And we could see that this percentage went down over the years. It went from 28% to 23%, and now it's at a career low 22%. 22% of Ja's attempts are inside the paint. His rookie season, it was at 40%. That's an 18% dip. That should tell you everything you need to know about what's going on with Ja Morant, his body, his mentality, everything. He does not want to attack the paint anymore. He's not doing the flashy dunks. He's not doing the flashy layups because all of those things have caused his body to fail him. The acrobatic finishes have caused injuries to his body that have affected his athleticism, and now he's hesitant to go to the paint. I seen a quote from Ja Morant saying that he does not get the calls that he should be getting. So when you don't get the foul calls that you want to get, you're not going to attack the paint. You're going to settle for jumpers. You're going to settle for threes. You're going to settle for shots that you shouldn't be taking, knowing that you can't really shoot the basketball. And just looking at the percentages of his makes from certain distances on the floor, Ja Morant, not a great mid-range shooter, only shooting 40% from the mid-range area, 10 to 16 feet from the basket. 3 to 10, he's shooting 41%. And you can see 0 to 3 feet, shooting 65%. Still pretty good, but he was shooting 71%, 70% in the seasons where he was really effective at attacking the basket. It's really sad to see what the league has Ja labeled as now. He's a negative asset. He's a point guard that can't shoot. Even though Ja averages 8 assists, his play style is not favorable in the league today. Ja wants a heavy pick and roll system. He wants to be the guy with the ball in his hands at all time, and the NBA is going to more of a pace and space type of offense where ball movement and threes are emphasized. And that's not the play style that Ja Morant desires on any team that he plays for. He wants to be the guy with the ball in his hands, making all the decisions for his teammates. And with the lack of shooting from Ja, it's just not an ideal play style. And with Ja still having 2 years old on his contract, it's just not going to be attractive to NBA teams. You're scheduled to make $40 million for the next 2 seasons. You're making $39 million this season. So you have to be playing at a certain level to be earning that type of money. I'm still rooting for Ja Morant. He still has the star aspect to him. He has one of the hottest shoes out right now. He just has to improve his play on the court and be available. So we'll see what happens with Ja Morant. I hope everything works out for him. But it's your boy 100 Points. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. God bless you all, and I'm out. Peace.